Yes, my name is Dr. Zama Sity. First name Mathurine, last name Zama Sity. And I am a licensed rehab counselor and three-time board certified national counselor.
And was this what you always imagined yourself doing?
Yes, I have since I was in high school, I've always wanted to be a doctor. Being a doctor was something for me, and I envisioned having multiple college degrees and being a reflection of success, especially given where I came from.
Absolutely.
So yes.
Tell us a little bit about where you came from.
Yes. So, well, a little bit about where I come from. So, a little bit about me is that I'm from Central African Republic. English is my fifth language. But my family, we immigrated to the U.S. when I was 7 years old. And we was with my grandmother. And eventually, sadly, but she passed away from liver cancer. And as a result, with difficulties at home, I ended up being placed in foster care when I was 13 years old. So I attended Anacostia High School, which, as we know, is in a very impoverished area environment. So that's really where I grew up. And I always say that I was born in Africa, but America raised me. So at the same time, growing up in Anacostia or in that environment, that is part of my identity and who I am. Oh my God, it feels, I would say, wonderful and kind of still a shell shock. I'm still like shocked that, that everything happened in God's timing. Even though I envisioned or I wanted that, but it's hard for human being for us to determine or dictate that that's going to happen. So for that to happen, I'm extremely grateful. A lot of shocking. Sometimes I'm a bit shocked by some of the things that I've achieved, and not necessarily because it's within me, but it's given the fact that God is able to provide me the strength, and not only just that, most importantly, the opportunity and the resource to be able to achieve that dream. So extremely grateful, and as well as it gives me the strength to focus on something bigger, like my nonprofit organization.
And what's next for you? You know, you've made these goals, you've had your personal goals. What's next for you career-wise, since you've accomplished so much? Is there something else that's on the table that you would like to do?
Yes, I'm going back to school.
You need another degree.
Yes, actually, yes. I'm going back to school. I'm actually going back to school to go to medical school. So I have a PhD in cognitive behavioral neuroscience, but that's more centered on mental health. My current career now is based on mental health services. However, I'm not able to prescribe medications. And knowing where I come from, America, we value mental health services very well because we are an individualistic culture here. But whereas in Africa, what's more valued is like physical health and medication. My country, we've been having civil war for the last 26 years, and therefore there are people who are wounded, during the war. And apart from me being able to provide mental health counseling, I need to be able to provide medication, be able to see them physically and attend to their medical needs, physical health, obviously, I would say physiologically. Therefore, it's important for me to go back to school, and this time I'm actually wanting to study surgeon, to become a brain surgeon. So now I've already studied the mind of people, studied the brain anatomy, and so I think the next step is now for me to be able to operate on the brain in needed situation like traumatic brain injury, car accident, etc. So that's actually my final goal.
Tell us how it is with you coming back to SHoLOVE to speak to this next generation of recipients and really having it come full circle for you, because you were in a position where you needed to work hard to get your goals. SHoLOVE was there to be able to boost you up in their way, and you took off from that point, and to be able to come back and see other students trying to do what you did. Tell us about that, Flip.
Oh my God, you said it correctly. It's a full circle moment from being 2015 scholarship recipient to now being invited back here, not as a student, as I've mentioned earlier, but as a keynote speaker. It's a full circle moment, but it helped me to recognize that I have come a long way. And also too, it provided me the essence that the people, to be able to be in a room with the people that assisted me in becoming who I am today. As I've mentioned earlier with Ms. LaDonna, throughout my college education, after I was granted my scholarship, she still stayed in communication with me throughout the years. And there were times where when I was undergraduate, I experienced some difficulties in terms of trying to not fit in, but trying to acclimate to my surrounding and just the assignment and workload per se. And so I used to give her a call. Sometimes I'd talk to her. She would provide me emotional support, counseling, and comfort, word of comfort. So that is amazing that I'm able to return back and be able to speak in front of the youth, the rising scholars. And it's also a way of me to give back to the community. As I've mentioned earlier in my speech, that often scholarships are looking to invest in the youth that display the opportunity that it would be a return on their profit to give back to the community. So, and I'm a living proof of that, returning back to my community to speak and assist them in rising up.
Awesome. Do you have any final remarks or comments that you would like to get out?
Yes. Okay, I have a lot. Okay, let me see. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to say I am humbled and I'm grateful to SHoLOVE, Stanley House of Love, and especially Miss LaDonna Stanley Thompson for being an extraordinary support system. And with this here, as I've mentioned, it would be keeping the legacy of Miss Martha Stanley alive through purpose, love, and value. And what else? And the final words for the youth or the rising scholars, I would say, is that do not allow your circumstance to define you. Allow your circumstance to actually refine you. In addition to that, believe in yourself. Do not allow imposter syndrome to take over. And always trust in God. Support system is very important. Apart from reading the word, you do need. God is not going to come down from the sky, from heaven to speak to you, but he always uses people to provide you the support and resource that you need. Yes, so yeah. Oh, one other thing. The other thing is that choose your thoughts wisely, because your thoughts are the foundation of your emotional and behavioral reality. The three chord of self-determination and to be able to succeed is number 1, autonomy, and then number 2, competence, and number 3 is relatedness. And that's why SHoLOVE provided me. Yes. That's yes. Merci beaucoup à cette scholarship que tu m'as donné. Ça m'a très vraiment m'a aidé. Merci mingi na yeso si mo nambiso ginja sosi amuna mbiteneti école so vraiment a aidé mbi titenem bi fini collège université et puis maintenant mbeke docteur mbeke docteur Zama numéro 1 forever. Thank you so much, Stanley House of Love. I appreciate you guys. The scholarship that I've obtained have successfully and tremendously helped me in achieving and becoming who I am today. Every support helps.